think you need two commitments. You actually need a philosophical commitment and you need a practical commitment. And the philosophical commitment means that right at the beginning, you've got to put a stake in the ground. You've got to get the owners, the board, the management team to say, yes, this is really important. We are really going to do this. Every year we're not going to question it. This is part of who we are. And that's really important. You don't want people dragging their heels and doing it just because they want to. They have to know this is an essential part of their business. And then there's the practical side. Of course, you have to look at budget. It's got to be sustainable. It can't be the thing that right at the end of the year's budget you go, oh, have I remembered that? It's got to be right up front every year. Then you have to look at human resources. Do we look at the model of getting someone specially in to run this project, or do you give it to a few people on the management team, make it part of their KPIs? As I'm saying, this becomes business as usual. It's not something extra you do, it is the core of what you do. Well, the Fairground Foundation is actually the very genesis of the business ecostore. Back in the 92, I spent a whole year building a business plan, and it was all around a new way to fund not-for-profits. And in the end, we ended up with a business model where you had a capitalist beast of a business that could turn on a dime, but with ethics. And at arm's length, a Fairground Foundation, the not-for-profit, which could go out and do good in the world. So that's been right from the beginning, it's been part of our DNA. And the advantage for ecostore from around that idea is all the way through our journey, we have known that we want to make a profit, which is a great thing for business. We've also known where a percentage of that money will go to, and we've wanted to make sure that the business principles have been closely aligned to the not-for-profit that we want to set up in the end. So even when we haven't been using the foundation, it has been there sitting on our shoulder, keeping us guided, making sure our principles are correct. Fairground takes on social and environmental projects that everyone else has put into the too hard basket. We want to get a commercial situation at the end of this that will be sustainable, and instead of making a business out of this, we will give this back to the community. Recently, we spent a year and a half working with all the different players in the electricity field, found a system where businesses can put solar panels on their roof, become carbon neutral, do it for free. We were the pilot, and now any business in New Zealand can follow the lead set by Fairground.